Robert Howard might have been the toughest American alive while he was among us. Bob was the only man ever to be nominated for the Medal of Honor 3 times for 3 separate acts of staggering heroism in combat. But you can only receive 1 Medal of Honor per lifetime, and so that's what he got in 1971 from President Nixon. That's not all he got, though. He received 8 Purple Hearts, 8 of them. There were silver stars, 4 Bronze Stars, 2 Distinguished Service Crosses. It's believed Bob Howard was the most heavily decorated American veteran of the modern era, period. He was a proud product of Alabama, and he let you know it. He was a Green Beret, Special Forces. While technically he fought in the Vietnam War, he fought in Laos and Cambodia and all kinds of other places where we were once told U.S. forces weren't fighting at the time. In one 54-month period, he was wounded 14 times. He served 5 tours of duty in Vietnam, and in recent years, he loved his trips to Iraq and Afghanistan to visit the men and women in uniform and in the fight there. Bob had 2 master's degrees, but for the most part, he was a soldier with only 1 employer. When he retired from service back in 2006, as a full colonel, he'd been an employee of the U.S. government in all for 50 years. That old expression, they don't make them like him anymore, well, they don't. Bob Howard died today. He was 70 years old. Cancer did what the enemy never could do. It got him and brought him down.
Let me tell you, folks, this is not a drill. It's a jackhammer. This is war on the warrior class. As 22 a day soars to 27, I thought I might reinforce that those who cash in on the destruction of liberty will find no quarter. We forget the Constitution was framed to prohibit the very things that they are manipulating it to propagate. And they strive desperately to eliminate all those who would fight for the rights of all, regardless of race, faith, or the pronoun of use. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper, don't you know? Yeah, they're talking about a revolution. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time on the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Well, you know, there's no longer a need with the new battle rattle, cyber-based analytic 4th-generation psyops propaganda warfare, and Trojan horse bioengineered flu bugs to rush in every globalist agenda. Oh yeah. There's clearly no longer a need for the soldier. Don't you know we're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper, more people gonna rise up and get their share. More people gonna rise up and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, right? Now, one of the most unnatural scripted disasters in American history? Well, who needs hurricanes, earthquakes, and tornadoes? We've got BLM and Antifa. Every segment of the Politburo is selling you out to globalist agendas. Both sides capitalize upon the prize and disguise their eyes to embrace the lies. Because finally the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Yeah, the tables are starting to turn. Talking about a revolution. Well, they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment line, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Can we just take a mulligan on this 2020 and play through, y'all? I need to tell you something. I got this friend. He's a real honest-to-God war hero. First time he was deployed, he said he couldn't Couldn't wait to get back. He prayed to come back. The next time, he didn't really care. Several deployments later, he's sitting there with a gun in his mouth, and he's asking himself, the devil's been trying to kill me my whole life. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm trying to do his job for him. Warriors, we need you now in this fight more than ever. You want purpose? Be one of God's soldiers. We need to fight for morality, for this little piece of paper called the Constitution that basically gives you your God-given rights on paper. There is a battle, and we need you. Don't punch out. Don't do the devil's job for him. He's been trying to kill you your whole life. Think about that. God bless you all. We will need the Lord's help in days to come.